Hi there, hope you enjoyed reading along to the extracts from the book called You Wouldn't Want to Be a Victorian School Child. I apologise if some of the recording wasn't that easy to read. It was a little bit blurry, I do apologise, but hopefully you got the gist of it anyway. So, using the information that you've got from that reading, plus the information that you've already looked at this week in topic and in English, you now are going to write a survival guide for any child who would need to survive a day in a Victorian school. Okay, so it says here, this is your success criteria. You are going to need an introduction, a you will need section, because if you think of a set of instructions, it's normally got either you will need, for instance, if you're making a Lego model, or perhaps if you were making a cake, then it would have a list of ingredients and utensils that you would need. You're going to need some time connectives, words like firstly, secondly, next, then, now. You're going to need a range of imperatives or bossy verbs. So remember, verbs are doing words and imperatives are one that really boss someone to do something. So we normally used to say bossy verbs. So it might be enjoy, make sure, write, listen, wash. Okay, all of those are examples of imperative verbs. You might want to try to use some adverbs as well in your instructions. And these are normally words that end in an ly and give us more information about a verb. So it could be something like thoroughly, gradually, quickly, neatly. Try and put your work into some sort of chronological order. So it would be a good idea to follow the school day that was mentioned in the readings that we've just looked at. You will need numbered points or bullet points in order to do that. And you might want to use brackets to add extra information for your reader. So I've said here we've attached a WAGOL, and this is a survival guide for a day in lockdown. Okay, so I'm just going to read through that and share with you why it's an example of a good one and how you can use it and adapt it for your one on a Victorian school day. So here's the introduction. So I've got how to survive a day in lockdown. Are you fed up of having no routine? Are you searching for the best way of enjoying a day in lockdown? Do not worry, help is here. Read these simple instructions to find out how to live your best life during these strange times. So there's that introduction. So you might want to change it and say something along the lines of, are you finding it hard to survive a day in a Victorian school? Are you looking to avoid wearing the dunce's hat or having a cane punishment from the headmaster? Well, do not worry, help is here. Read these simple instructions to find out how to survive a day in a Victorian school. Something along those lines. And then you might want to insert a picture here of a school child or a Victorian school. Then this is your you will need section. So I put a bucket full of patience, a mug full of team spirit, a tablespoon of creativity, and 3 heaped teaspoons of perseverance. So you might want to do something similar. You know, what characteristics would a Victorian child need to have in order to survive a day? Like that, what was in the book. Do they need some school books that they go in to put down their trousers to stop them from hurting so much when they receive a cane treatment from the headmaster? So just have a think about what the person's going to need. So I've got here instructions. Number 1, firstly, there's our time connective. Wake up early, around 7 to 8 a.m, brackets, and eat a healthy breakfast. Number 2. Secondly, get dressed and brush your teeth thoroughly for at least 2 minutes. Next, load Joe Wicks on YouTube and complete one of his famous workouts, which will give you energy for the rest of the day. Number 4, now start your home learning activities at approximately 9:30 a.m. Okay, and I've gone through the day using time connectives in chronological order and using bossy verbs or imperatives, brackets, and some adverbs as well. For instance, we've got the word thoroughly here. Okay, I've also got a warning at the bottom. Warning, you may lose your patience with other family members after spending so much time with each other. Do not panic. This is only natural and is happening in most households throughout the UK. Okay, so think about how you can use that now in your own work. It might be, for instance, firstly, wash your hair thoroughly to make sure that you are not sent home from school. Secondly, make sure you arrive in school on time to avoid being punished. Okay, so it might be then. Thirdly, make sure that you are in line, ready for the bell to ring on the yard. And you can see now how you can use this as an example to help you with your own instructions. So good luck, and remember to turn in your work.